notebook. I don't remember.
Hey, Allison.
Hi.
I'm Marty.
Hi. Good
The
to see you
sales rep.
again.
Allison, Joe Fullington, Senior
Nice to
Sales
see you
Rep
again.
ADP.
Good to see y'all again.
Hi Marty, Joe Fullington, Senior Sales Rep ADP.
You mind if I grab a seat?
Yeah, go ahead.
Great.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I know you have my business card.
Thank
but
you.
I'll send one.
Perfect.
You guys have cards?
Not on me, sorry.
Not either.
That's perfectly fine. I do have it from last time, so it's not work.
Perfect, good, okay. You obviously know how to get a hold of us.
Exactly right.
So still jumping around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know last week I was able to go back from our meeting and take some notes and build a customized proposal for you together. Actually, Joe helped me through the process. So I figured it would be a great idea to him, for him to join here. So I appreciate you accommodating us for this last minute here.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, our manager basically said, you guys make a good team, why don't you go in? And I said, I'd really love to go to Jumpin' Joe's because simple fact is Vivek and I come here quite often with our kids.
Oh, okay.
And so we get to shoot a nice friendly game of pool while our kids are jumping.
Good, how do your kids like it?
Well, they love it.
Oh, good, good. Perfect.
He just calls it a friendly game of pool because he loses every time.
Okay, so I'm not really that good at pool, but that's okay. The kids are having fun, and that's what counts.
Exactly, that's all that
And,
matters.
I really wanted to get here and see the people behind this concept. I just think it's wonderful because, the average jump house is just jump house.
Mm-hmm.
But now you give entertainment for the adults, so the kids actually get to spend more time jumping, and that's a great concept. I just love it.
Exactly. Good, thank you.
Now, in the interest of time, which I believe we still have 30 minutes in the clock, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
but we both have meetings, so we need to
I can appreciate that
keep
fact.
it.
Now, what I would like to do is start with an agenda, if you guys don't mind.
Perfect, yeah.
Kind of before we get started,
Uh-huh.
you could help me out and let me know what this is going to cost.
Definitely. I mean, I can see is cost one of the concern for the business? Of course, right.
Pretty much from my perspective, it's
Right.
a lot about cost.
Right. And we do have a customized cost proposal for you today. But do you mind if we go into it a little bit later today? Is it okay with you?
Okay.
Sounds good. So basically, what we are here today is, like I said, we were able to take the challenge, basically identify the challenges you're facing with your business, go back and put a customized proposal for you. We want to show you how ADP can actually address your challenges in your business.
Okay.
So that it doesn't turn out to be a roadblock in your growth plans.
Good.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
If everything looks good, we would like to talk about the contracts and the next steps moving forward. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Sound good? Okay. Now, by the way, before I proceed, is there anybody else you think could benefit from this call?
No, I'm going to handle all of the actual payroll processes and all the HR stuff,
Great.
but he's going to be the ultimate decision maker. So.
Great. Now, is there I forgot to ask this last time, is there a particular criteria you would basically decide, to get a supplier on board before? What is the criteria you're looking at or for?
The criteria?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, right now I'm spending a lot of time, but something that I'm really looking for that we don't have right now is I'm having a problem with my part-time employees, making sure everything's accurate, because I know we talked about last time, there's really a disconnect between us.
Yes.
And I need to make sure that, because I'm putting everything in manually, I need to make sure that everything's accurate, that
Right.
they're telling me, so I'm not
Right.
having to double check and then lose money in the process.
Yeah, fortunately we have addressed that, and we'll talk about that too. What I meant was, what is the criteria when you select a supplier? Do you have, what would you look for?
Well, we're probably looking at something that ultimately will improve our efficiency and
Right.
productivity and, somehow or another increase our bottom line.
Perfect. I'm excited to be here then, because that's definitely what I'm here to show today. And if everything looks good, if you see there's a fit, we can talk about it.
Perfect.
The next steps there. So, based on the notes that I took from last meeting, I just wanted to go through a couple facts just to see if anything has changed from last time. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we do have 4 locations. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right. And around 16 employees per location.
Yeah, 4 full-time, 12 part-time.
4 full-time and 12. Okay. Now, all these 4 locations, are they under the same tax ID?
Yes, they should be, yeah.
They
We do
are
all
the same tax ID?
I'm not big on the tax ID, that's why I have Jersey.
Okay.
Help me with everything, so I think they are, but that's something
Okay.
we'll have to
No, that's
talk about.
perfectly fine. Being in a different state, I thought they might have a different tax ID.
Yeah.
I think with a different location, there's a different tax.
Yeah.
ID.
Okay, that's perfectly fine then. Now, you did say that the number of time or the time required to process payroll is around 8 to 10 hours. Is that correct?
Yes.
And to work with Jersey Fund Taxes is 3 hours. I know
Yes.
you like working with
I
Jersey.
love it. Love Jersey so much.
And we do run our payroll basically bi-weekly.
Yes.
Great. $5,300 in Jersey's fees. Is that correct?
Correct. And
Sorry, I didn't want to bring it up.
Going up each year. Yep.
So
He's a friend of mine, a classmate. So
can appreciate it. Yeah. Now, you were talking about starting that new location in Iowa. How is that coming along? What is the timing?
closer.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
how
I'm
does it-
excited about it.
Okay, great. I mean, how does the timeline look like on that?
It's within the month.
Within a month? That's great. Congrats on that. Everything going good so far on
Yeah.
that direction?
Yep.
Great.
Costs a lot of money.
Yeah. I need to make sure I have the right people too.
It will generate that cash flow. You know, I'm sure it's going to work out. I mean, it's a great concept. I mean, you know, keeping kids active nowadays. Parents are getting so cautious about kids being healthy. So
Yeah.
definitely a great idea. That's one of the reasons why we bring the kids.
No, it's
Good.
wonderful.
Besides the fact that we're going to play pool. That's the real
There
thing.
you go. There you go. That's the real reason.
How about the franchising plans? Anything new for us to know about?
In the franchising plans, that's really his
No,
area.
just we're still,
Okay.
you know, this new location is a franchise, and you know, hopefully somebody else will like it as much as y'all have said. Hopefully there'll be others that'll want to jump on board with us.
That's great. Now, some of the challenges we had addressed, I just want to go over it. So the time, saving time for you,
Yes,
right? So that you
yes.
can focus on your passion, which is marketing,
Yes.
right? And also increase the bottom line. Basically, focus on tasks that will generate revenue for you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, you also wanted to basically try and reduce the turnover rates, you know, which is basically caused because of the job description you just talked about with the part-time employees.
Yeah.
There's not a match between what you're looking for and the job description. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a part of the reason that, or part of the factor that plays into the high turnover rate was errors and periodic delays too.
Yeah, so because I'm doing everything, I'm trying to make sure everything gets done on time, but then I'm having to double check with my managers, and then by the time I get everything, write all the checks, mail them,
Right.
and then they get lost in the mail, and then
Right.
it's just a whole lot of nightmare.
The other challenge, of course, going back to it, reducing Jersey's cost. Right.
Yes.
So, is there anything else that you would like us to talk about or missed from the last meeting, in terms of needs or challenges that you're facing?
The accuracy with the time punching.
Okay.
That's my big thing. So I don't want to do all this work and then have it be inaccurate.
Right. Does it contribute towards the errors, or has there been a situation?
It's something I'm concerned about. I can't pinpoint exactly how many times it's happened. I know it's happened.
Okay.
But again, it's something I'm concerned with, and that's again another one of the disconnects with the young people and us.
Great.
So.
Okay, so what I want to do here is basically show how ADP can actually help you overcome these challenges, so that it's not becoming a roadblock in your growth plans.
Okay.
Okay, so of course you have heard about ADP from me last time. ADP basically stands for Automatic Data Processing. We have been in the business for 60 plus years.
Okay.
Working with around 620,000 customers.
Oh, yellow pig.
Out of which 400,000 customers are small business owners just like you.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that, because we like to handle the problems in a way that, 360-degree approach. This is what I mean by that. We take care of cash management, people management, and risk management aspect of it. With cash management, we help manage your cash flows, so that basically payroll processing. With people management, we help you, design that job description, help with the hiring process, so that you basically hire the right kind of candidate that will stay with you for a longer time. Okay. With risk management, this is where we make sure you're compliant with your labor laws and taxes and so forth. I know that's not a need at present, but it's really going to be helpful. It will come in hand in the long run.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I want to do is show you. We're going to talk about a product today, which is powered by ADP. Okay. It's designed for small business owners like you. And I want to show how this 360-degree approach is integrated into the app. You guys have a smartphone?
I have one. It's not on me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's perfectly fine. It works on smartphone and web-based system as
I've got
well.
a smartphone, it's just not very smart. The operator.
So why don't you show how
So
we
what I'd like to
do
show
it?
you is an app. You can use it with your iPad, your smartphones.
Okay.
But basically, this is already a demo version here. So basically, with your payroll processes, which is one of the problems you're doing because you're doing it manually, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so if we go into payroll, and since it's bi-weekly, we would put that in there, of course. But if you want to go ahead and hit regular,
This thinking.
This is iPad though.
Okay.
And so from here, basically you'd be able to set your dates up. And then do you guys do direct deposit?
Not currently. I do the checks.
Okay, so you just cut checks. So if you were just going to do checks and you didn't want direct deposit, you can just shut that off.
Okay.
Right there. But if you want to hit resume, so then what's going to come up is all your employees. And basically your employees here, it's all their hours that they've worked. It's real time. So once an employee clocks in, you'd actually be able to see that right after they clocked in, and it'll be on this process here. So with this, your employees, how this happens is through our time labor management system. And how that works, we have a badge system where they can swipe in with a badge. They can punch in with a computer system that you have up front, or you can do biometrics. So that's something we can talk about and see what your needs are a little bit later, if that sounds good.
Okay.
Great. So basically the hours are put in there real time, and if you wanted to hit preview and then calculate, and this just shows you that it's a demo.
Okay.
And then basically it gives you how much your liabilities are and how much cash you would need in your bank account in order to pay the payroll.
Okay.
So do you see how this system, being automatic, not being manual, can save you on errors and also save you time if you go ahead and hit approve.
Okay.
And it gives you the opportunity to approve it. And then you hit OK.
Okay.
And that is your payroll process. How long do you think that took?
It didn't take long. A couple minutes, maybe.
Okay. So you said it was taking 8 to 10 hours.
Yes.
If we could take that 8 to 10 hours and make it 15 minutes, do you think that would be beneficial to your organization?
It would be beneficial. I do want to say I saw that everything was kind of in this program. So is everything stored on the cloud? Okay.
Correct. Everything is stored on the cloud.
Okay.
And the way that gets in there is by our implementation team.
Okay.
And so when you sign up with ADP, our implementation team will come out and they'll take care of putting all that information in there. And they'll also train you on how to do that when you get new employees and so forth.
Okay. So how secure is that? Because this is all of my company's information. This is my life, and this is all of my information, all my employees' information, everything, and all the tax information too. Correct?
Right.
So how do I know that that's not going to get hacked into?
If I understand you correctly, basically security is a concern.
Yes.
Correctly.
Yeah.
I can completely appreciate that. I'm glad you asked it. We do have, yes, we are the cloud-based system, but we have been in the business or in the cloud-based system for 15 years,
Okay.
which is almost when the cloud-based system started.
Right.
So, and we have a 128-bit encrypted system, which means high-level security. Do you guys do banking on your phone or web-based system anywhere?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, it's as secure as a banking system.
Okay.
Okay. Does that alleviate your concern there?
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with all the tech information, but yeah, that sounds good.
Yes.
I have all the bank stuff online.
Let me also add this. I mean, we do heavily invest into R&D, especially designed towards giving you that security aspect.
Good.
I can appreciate that you asked about security because I did notice you have video cameras there.
Yes.
So you care about your customers.
Yeah.
And so do we. That's why, we can connect there. But
Good.
we definitely, does that relieve some of the
Yeah,
concerns there?
it covers it. Yeah.
Perfect. Most importantly, did you see how you can save time that you were talking about?
Yes, definitely.
And also the errors, by
Oh yeah.
being
Oh yeah.
an electronic process,
Yeah.
an automated process.
Definitely.
Now, let's talk about how to bring that turnover rate down.
Okay.
So, let me ask you this: what are the few characteristics you look into your employees when you hire somebody? What are the few things you would like your employees to have?
Well, she does more hiring than I do.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they're dealing with kids, so obviously they need to have. One, I would like it if they have experience previously handling children and making sure everybody's safe. If we could have, make sure they're experienced with CPR and different life-saving functions, because again, dealing with kids on jumpy things.
Right.
Their kids are going to be kids. Yes, they bounce back, but we need them to be safe.
Exactly.
So if anybody can have experience with that, that'd be good.
Right.
And go ahead.
Now, we would like the people that we hire to have the same work ethic
Okay.
Mhm.
we do, and
Makes complete
sometimes
sense.
we've seen a variation in what we thought we were getting and what they actually end up performing. They're just not quite as good as we thought they were going to be.
Exactly. So at ADP, what we do, the characteristic that you define, we take those characteristics and use those as keywords and design the job description around it.
Okay.
And there are some standard templates you can use, but we integrate these exact characteristics you talked about as keywords, and basically when you are posting for a new job opportunity, we have a set of partners that we work through, both social, LinkedIn, including LinkedIn as well.
Okay.
So on a click of a button, the job posting is being posted everywhere.
Okay.
And based on the applications you receive, you can sort which candidate you like better based on, you can see the top 10 and you can make the decision accordingly.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say there is, this way you can make sure you're hiring the right kind of people that has the right kind of ethics for your business and has experience with handling children. Okay.
Good.
The other cool thing on this app is if you go in more and see HR checkup. This basically it tells you all the best practices that's involved. If you click on hiring, this talks about all the best practices that involve in hiring. So think about it as a consultant. You don't have to hire anybody, pay for anybody. It's all free included in there.
Perfect.
And this is outside of Joe and myself here. You can call us too if you have any questions. Does that sound good to you?
Okay, yeah. So that's leaning towards another concern I have. Y'all are a big company. Y'all mentioned earlier how big you are. We are a small company. I've had experience in the past where a salesperson will come in and they're very nice and they get my commission and then they leave and I never see them again. So I need to know that I'm going to have somebody there that can help me if I have any questions, because again, I'm not tech savvy. I'm not up on all the new tax reforms and all that. I need to know that I'm going to have somebody that's not an 800 number or something that I can talk to.
Okay, you're partially correct. I mean, the salesmen are nice. Thanks.
Yes, no problem.
What I want to highlight is, so basically a concern about, being a big company, can you give that customer service that you want or expect?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. We at ADP, we basically have a 24/7. We are the only business in the industry that have 24/7 customer service. Okay.
Okay.
And that's outside of us. You contacting directly, with us if
Okay.
you have any questions.
Okay.
And we also we are representing the 26,000 employees that are dedicatedly working for you, behind the scenes. They're doing all the tax deduction calculation and everything. So if you have questions, take the 800, call the 800 number. It's 800, call the ADP. There you go. You have a
Okay.
solution to that.
Okay.
Does that alleviate your concern about that?
So when I'm calling them, this is somebody who's going to be experienced.
Exactly.
And be able to walk me through it, babysit me.
And once again, feel free to contact us if
Okay.
you have questions.
Perfect. Good.
Does that alleviate your concern?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that
For
does.
some reason, the iPad acted up. But let's see how we can actually reduce that Jersey's cost.
Okay. All right.
This works.
Technology is technology.
Okay, great. So let's go into for Jersey's cost. Now, obviously, that's a major concern.
Yes.
And we want to cut some of those costs if we can, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Wonderful. So what we'll do here is we will go into our reports. So basically, because all your employees will be working on our time labor management system,
Okay.
all of that will be documented, all the taxes will be taken out, and it'll all be in one place for you. So if you wanted to hit payroll liability, and then you would put in for a quarter, but you
Right.
can go ahead and hit run report, and it has all the information that you need for Jersey all in one place. It does all the calculations for you. You don't have to worry about errors, and you don't have to worry about spending that extra time to do those calculations. Does this look like this could be a good solution for you?
It looks like it helped me a lot, yes, and especially helped me understand everything.
Okay. Now, I understand you're probably doing a manual process right now with
Yeah.
Jersey. You probably have a
Yeah.
lot of paperwork you give
Yeah.
to him.
We spend a lot
And
of time, yes.
it takes time for him, correct?
Yeah.
So by having this, you can export this into an Excel spreadsheet and just email it over to Jersey, and he's able to just look at one sheet and it has everything in one place. Do you think that that would be a cost savings for yourself and for Jersey because it's cutting on his time?
Yeah, I mean, it helped me spend a little less time with Jersey.
You may not like Jersey.
I know.
You know, he's a friend of mine. We've
I
done
know.
business together for many years. So, when I was in my manufacturing business as well as now. So, I don't, if we can help Jersey do his job better or easier, that's one thing. But I don't plan on dismissing Jersey as a part of our business.
I totally understand your concern. And we're not going to be cutting Jersey out. All we're going to do is make Jersey's job a little bit easier, which in turn, making his job easier is going to save on cost.
Perfect.
Okay. I mean, research has shown that for small businesses, this cost saving or time saving could be as much as 40%.
Okay.
That should equate to dollar a month savings.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what we have seen is how ADP can address your challenges with time turnover rates in Jersey. You agree?
Yes.
Okay. based on what you've seen so far, is there any reason that you think you cannot proceed with ADP today?
Well, we haven't gotten to the cost yet.
Yeah.
I know, of course.
You're telling me what it'll save, but you're not telling me what it costs.
Yeah.
Let me dive into it right away. I just want to make sure you're following us so far. But
Okay.
you're all about bottom line, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
So basically, this is the cost proposal that we put together, and the way it's laid out is based on each location. Okay.
Okay.
Location 1 and 2, 4. Okay. We didn't include that location 5 yet, but we can talk about it as well.
Perfect.
So the fees you're looking at here are the one-time implementation fee, both for ADP Run and Easy Labor. With that implementation fee, what comes is our implementation team will come down and help you understand how the payroll processing is done.
Okay.
Yes, we did show you the demo, but they'll go in deeper now.
Right,
okay?
perfect.
With the Easy Labor side, this is the batch card system, biometric, or the web-based system. By the way, do you have a preference on one or the other?
The bio thing sounds cool to me,
Okay.
but again, it's gonna end up being what it costs and
Okay.
that kind of
Yeah, we can talk about it too. So basically, you're looking at an implementation cost of $350. That's a one-time fee for all the 4 locations.
Okay.
And when you add on, that implementation is not going to be added.
Okay.
Make sense? For using the ADP Run itself, it's $38.95 per pay period, which would be bi-weekly in your case. So it would equate to $78 per month. Okay. That's per location. Basically, we are talking about $310 per month for all the 4 locations.
Okay.
You follow me?
Okay.
So, going back to the time labor management, if you decide to go with the web-based system, it's $50 for all the 4 locations. So that's the economical route, and we sometimes recommend, if you don't have any situations with buddy punching, that's the route to go.
Okay.
With biometric, yes, it sounds fancy. It is good. And it has a lot of advantages. It costs around $125 per location. Okay, it's $125 per location.
Okay.
Which basically we're talking about $500 per month.
Okay.
Sound good? So now, do you want to go? Which one do you think you will prefer?
Well, I am concerned with the buddy punching, what you were talking about.
Okay.
So I'm leaning more towards the biometric.
Okay.
This sounds like it would help me a lot. It sounds like it would save me a lot of time.
Yes, and you can focus on your marketing.
Exactly.
I want you to
Exactly.
I think we need to go outside and talk for just a minute. Do you
Okay.
mind? Excuse me,
Is it
please.
something
Alright.
we can add on?
No.
We'll be right back.
Sounds good. Obviously, bottom line is what they're looking for.
Yeah, that's correct. And we should be able to save them.
So I think so, definitely.
Did it start working now?
It works, yeah.
Is the Wi-Fi
I'm glad we had a backup though. That works out.
That was a quick chat. I hope you
Well, we
Little
need
family
to be on the
talk.
same page.
Sure.
makes perfect sense with that. So how does it sound so far to you?
Expensive.
Expensive?
Again, I'm leaning towards yes because I think it's going to save me a lot of time.
Okay.
Like you said, I would be able to get back to my passion marketing.
Exactly.
So I'm leaning towards yes. But
So basically your concern is expensive, and I can understand you said bottom line, right?
Well, it's not bad on paper, but the difference is I've got a huge investment in the new expansion and the new franchise, and that's, money's tight right now. So with that, I'm trying to, even though we're doing it the old-fashioned way, with Allison doing it, it's not costing, it may cost in productivity, but it's not costing me any additional out of pocket. That's kind of where I'm at
Okay.
right now.
I just wanted to ask, are you also taking into account the soft costs that's involved with her time? Because of course she's spending that time in administrative tasks that's not really generating the revenue or bottom line you were referring to. If she can focus and put that time in marketing, you only have 1 month. We would really like to be the guy or the service that you can focus on your core business, and we want to be the people that will take care of that necessary task. Doesn't that give you peace of mind?
Well, it does. It's just the wrong time. I mean, it's just, the timing is, if we were to do this while we're opening a new location, I think it would be, it's not going to be easy either way, but with one big change like this, I think it would maybe be overwhelming.
Is there any way that we could maybe, just to give him a more peace of mind, is there any way we could get the 5th biometric clock for free or anything like that? Any kind of deal?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at this time, we don't have promotions like that.
Okay.
But like I said, I mean, you were referring to, it's not a good time. But personally, if I'm you, this is the time. If it's not today, I mean, generally, you have 1 month, on the calendar before you start the 5th location. You want to focus on that. So I really love to see that you take this advantage and move ahead with it.
Okay.
Well, I'll just tell you, I'm not ready to move forward today. You've given me good information, and it sounds great, and if it works smooth, that would be one thing. But I've kind of learned through my years of experience that things don't usually work quite as smoothly as you'd like them to. And we had a blow up with this issue at the same time we're opening again. It's just going to make it really, really tough for a period of time. I don't know any other way to say it. If you threw in something, sweeten the deal and make it a little better in some way. It's not funny.
I
for real. That would make me, give me an incentive. But there's really, this cost is going to be the same whether I do it today or next month or a couple of months from now.
Let me
I
ask.
just don't want to spend the money right now.
I can completely understand that. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
What is the price tag on the peace of your mind here?
Piece of what?
Peace of your mind, so that you can focus on your.
Free's pretty good.
Right?
No, I don't really have a dollar amount in there, but I know that we're looking at a yearly number there. This one appears to have the features that we would need for the long haul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm probably just going to hang with what we're doing. We're tried and true. It's not as easy, but it's cost-wise, it's.
I mean, are you also considering the soft cars? I mean, let's move ahead with Allison's time here. I mean, the error rates and the high turnover rates. I mean, research has shown that it can cost you as much as 3 times as the last salary of the ex-employee.
I would just say, at this point, it's been a business expense. It'll keep being a business expense until we change it. So for now, I'm just not. At this point, I'm just not going to do it today. That's all there is to it.
I understand your concern, and I know cost is a big thing. What would you think about if we did it on a couple of your stores? Maybe say the Kenosha and the Chicago store. That would reduce some cost, but it would also give you some time. Allison here at Kenosha would be able to focus on it here in Kenosha, and then maybe Chicago too, 2 different states. She'll be able to see all of the processes coming in, and that'll reduce a little bit of the cost. You're just paying the upfront implementation fees, so then basically after you get used to it and you're saving some time already and you see how it actually is working, you can add the other 2 stores, and basically it's only a month-to-month, because it is an open-ended contract. It's only a month-to-month fee. Don't you think that would be a good solution?
Well, that does sound pretty. It sounds good.
Okay.
That does sound like a pretty good resolution.
Okay. That being said, do we want to proceed and just talk about the contract as next steps then?
I really just don't. I'm sorry, dear.
That's okay.
I just don't
That's
want to do
okay.
it today. I just don't want to do it today. But that's a good solution, and it may be something that could be worked on.
Yeah. Would it help if we give you a 1 month free trial, so that that way you're not loading yourself or putting a burden on yourself on the first month? I can understand the expenses that comes with it.
Even if we did that, and that free trial, now you're talking about. I still think the timing with the new store and everything is probably just not right.
Okay. Is it with the implementation you're concerned about, or?
It's just all of it, really. But I like that potential proposal. And, it doesn't mean that, I'm just not gonna do it today.
Okay. So do you want us to meet next week? We can talk about this further and explore further opportunities. And maybe it gives you time to think and also leave you with some material so you can refer back to it and, hopefully see
I can work on it.
Exactly, right?
I understand. I'll tell you what, that would work for me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Maury.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.